What's going on, everyone? This is Russ over at A Plus Junk Removal in Rochester, New York, and in Sarasota, Florida. So I've taken you through a bunch of different scenarios. I'm going to take you through a commercial scenario right now on how to sell against a commercial job. Now, you need to know this when you get to a commercial job up front. For some of you smaller guys out there who are starting, I'm going to inform you right now the process of what a commercial company is going to need. Even if they like you, even if they love you, and even if you say, I'm going to do it for free, here are the things that you must have before you even go to a commercial job. Because if you don't have these, don't even waste your time. You're not going to get the job. I don't care if you do it for free. Okay? The first thing that's going to happen is you're going to have to know what a W-9 is. A W-9 is an IRS form that you fill out that has your business name on it and either your social security number or your EIN number for your business. The reason commercial companies need this is because they need to prove who they paid. And the only way that they can prove who they paid is through a social security number or an EIN number, so that when they write it off on their taxes, the government knows that you claimed it on your taxes. If you do not have a W-9 form, or you do not know what a W-9 form is, that is what it is, okay? You will go in and you will tell them, I have a W-9. It has everything you need, so I just need to know where to send it. Number one, you're going to need a W-9. They call it a vendor packet, and in a vendor packet, you're going to need W-9 and your COIs. If you're asking me, or you're sitting there going, what the hell is a COI? It's a certificate of insurance, okay? This is what every commercial company that you work with is going to need before they accept the bid or before you can start work. Don't go and waste your time doing a bid for $5,000 or $10,000 without having comp, liability, a W-9, a bank account in your business name. Don't even bother, because you're out. And I don't care if you compete against me. I'll sell it 5 times more than the person who's from Craigslist and doesn't have that shit, because the commercial companies do not care about price as much as they do speed, efficiency, and coverage. Those are what the commercial companies are looking for. Yes, price goes into it, but most of them care about those 3 things, okay? So first off, if you have no comp insurance, you have no liability insurance, and you cannot produce a COI, just politely tell them, look, sir, I'm really sorry. We don't do commercial work. I don't want to waste your time or mine, because I'm telling you right now, if you don't have those 3 things, you're out. Don't even waste your fucking time. Now, for the guys that do have it, me, the franchises, the bigger companies, you know, the ones that have multiple trucks, they know what this is. So when you go into a job, this is how I do it before I even give them a price. I walk through, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, absolutely. We do commercial work all the time. Just so you know, we have 9 employees, 27 dumpsters, 4 trucks. This is a 6 or 7 truck job. This will be no problem for us to handle. We can typically do this job in about 3 to 4 hours. So if that timeline works for you, 3 to 4 hours, we can get it set up whenever you want. As for everything that you're going to need, the only thing I need you to do before I can start is I need you to send me a vendor packet, because once I get the vendor packet, I will be able to give you the W-9 you need, and I'll be able to get you the COI insurance that you need in order for us to do the job, because we know that you're not going to let us on this property if we don't have the right insurances. So all I need from you before we start is, where am I going? Where am I sending the information to? And then, once you get all that, you confirm it, we'll pick a date, and we're good to go. Guess what you just did? You told the guy in the commercial business, I've done this before. I know what the fuck you're going to ask me for. So let me just cut the bullshit and give it to you now, so I know and you know that we both know how this works. Okay, you're going to ask me for this. I'm telling you in advance. I have it all. I've done this 100 times. I know what you're going to ask for. Not a problem. Guess what that does? It gives you credibility. You now have the credibility that you've done this before. You know what you're doing, and they feel more confident because you've let out with, I understand what you need. I'm going to give it to you. Now, back to the conversation. Okay, so now once we get your vendor packet, we'll send everything in. We're good to go. Like I said, this is about 6 to 7 trucks. It really just depends on how we pack it and everything else. Our full truck price is $669 plus tax. So you're roughly looking at about $3,500 to $4,000. Somewhere in that general range is where we think it's going to fall. A job like this, unfortunately, I cannot do it today. Obviously, you're not going to want us to do it today anyway, because you've got to get all the insurance implications or information. So what we'll do is, I think it's going to be right there. What I'll do is, once you approve the bid, send me the vendor packet. I'll send you all the information, and then we'll get it scheduled up. And this job will take us about 3 to 4 hours. That's all they want. They want to know how long it's going to take, when can you do it, do you have the insurance requirements that I need, and what's the price? Okay? And they also understand that commercial work is different than it is for residential work. And that commercial work typically has a higher ticket job because it is a longer walk, because it is upstairs, downstairs, freight elevators, moving here, moving there. So they understand the cost is going to be more than a residential. But when you go to bid these commercial jobs, you have to give them up front, before they start asking, tell them, listen, Bob, I've done 100 of these. I understand what you need. You're going to need a vendor packet. As soon as you send me the vendor packet, I'll send it right back to you within 24 hours. I'll get my insurance agent to give you a COI. I just need the name of the company or the headquarters, whatever address you want, and any additionally insured people that you want to put on there. Other than that, once I get all that, that's the price. We can start. We're good to go. You're not going to get $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 jobs by walking through the door and be like, hi, how you doing? Yeah, about 10 grand. Oh, really? That's it? The other guy quoted me 15,000. Can you do it right now? Yes. That's never going to happen in a commercial job. So just don't think you're going in to bid a $25,000 job and they're just going to give you the okay right then and there. It isn't going to happen. You have to go through steps of the process. They have to get a quote. They approve the quote. You have to send in all the information. They verify the information. And then after they verify the information, then they will look at their timeline and then they will rate with you and you will schedule it up. That is how you do almost every single commercial quote. There is very rarely you're going to walk into someone, unless it's an out-of-town investor who is there only for 2 weeks or a week or 2 days and says, look, I like your price. Just fucking do it. I don't care. That is very rare. But when you get into commercial jobs, Bed Bath & Beyond just went out of business. Christmas Tree Store just went out of business. A lot of you have asked me and sent me text messages and DMs and videos of how much you should bid and what should I say and all this other stuff. I'm literally telling you, okay? This is what you're going to tell them before you even get into the bidding process. I have everything you need. I'm not here to waste your time, and I'm not here to waste my time. But any of you guys who don't have a COI insurance certificate that you can give someone, you're out. Don't even bother. Just say politely, I'm sorry, we're just not big enough and set up to scale to do a job that size. I apologize, but it's just not something that we can help you with. And until you eat a $20,000 estimate walking out the door, you will not go and get all the insurances you need unless you have employees. I already know this. I know all the guys on Craigslist. Most of you guys don't have the insurances you need. You're never going to win a commercial job against me. If you do have the insurances, you got a shot. But if out a vendor packet, without knowing what a W-9 is, without knowing what an insurance COI is, without knowing the process in which to get to, you will never get a commercial job. And that's where all the money is.